What's up guys, Coach Tony from Bonvec Strength, and today I'm gonna answer a question that we get all the time, and that's how do I warm up to a heavy top set? Now a top set approach is something that we use with a lot of our intermediate to advanced lifters, where we're working up to one heavy top set of the day, somewhere usually from 1 to 5 reps at a high intensity, so anywhere from 8, 9, or 10 RPE, so a heavy top set, because if maximal strength is our goal, we wanna pool most of our efforts into one big heavy set for the squat, bench, or deadlift. So the example I'm gonna use today is a very common set and rep assignment that we give. That's one set of 5 reps at a 9 RPE. So basically one hard set of 5 with about 1 rep left in the tank. That's a pretty good rep range to build strength, leaving a little bit of gas in the tank. A pretty sustainable heavy training method. So when people are working up to a top set, when they're learning to do so, what I tell them is just take your best guess for what weight you think you can do for the set and rep assignment. And that takes a little bit of time to be able to do effectively, but the more you practice, you'll be able to pretty accurately predict what you're able to do on a given day. You just have to do it over and over. Now, if we take a good guess as far as what weight we're gonna be able to do, and we know that we're gonna warm up with the empty bar if we're squatting or benching. If we're deadlifting, obviously we're gonna warm up with a different weight, but all you gotta do then is fill in the gaps and make logical weight jumps based on your strength level. So in this example, we're saying we're gonna do a top set of 5 at 225. We know we're gonna do the bar, probably somewhere to 10 to 20 reps when we first get started, just to get loose, just to get warm, and we gotta fill in those gaps after that. So let's say after we do the bar, let's say we're gonna do 95 pounds for 5 reps. And after you do that first warm up with the empty bar, I'm a big fan of doing 5 reps or fewer. And especially as you approach this actual working set, the reps should go down quite a bit to the point where your last warm up should just be a single, just a set of 1. And you can kind of follow my logic here. Okay, we're gonna do 95 for 5, then let's do 135 for 4. So I make another jump, I reduce the number of reps per set. Then maybe I make a jump, let's say 175 for 3. So another decent sized jump, but the reps go down. And then to get from 175 to 225, I'd like to be able to do that in just 1 or 2 sets and just for sets of 1 here. So if you like to be a little bit more aggressive, you could perhaps make a jump to 205 and just do that for a set of 1. So I'm making a 30-pound jump here, and then only a 20-pound jump here. I think it's a very good idea to make your smallest jump last. So whatever weight jumps you're making as you go through your warm-ups, make the smallest jump from your final warm-up to your heavy working set, just because it's not gonna feel like such a change when you get that bar on your back from your working set or a bar in your hands for your working set. And psychologically, that can help a little bit and build a little bit more confidence going in. Now, this final warm-up set, this set of 1 before the heavy top set, we like to call that an indicator set. And that's really, really important to kind of, as you progress in your lifting career, to have weights that become your indicator sets that will let you know how well you're gonna do for that day. Now, we use RPE-based training to help us put the right weight on the bar based on how you're feeling for that day. And that indicator set will tell you a lot. And I think that everybody who's trained for a long, long time knows that once there's a certain weight on the bar, and if that weight feels really, really good, they know they're gonna have a great day, that their top set can be nice and heavy. Or if that indicator set feels pretty lousy, if it feels slow, if technique feels clunky, we know maybe we're not gonna go as heavy that day. Maybe we'll pull the weight back a little bit because we're not as recovered, just not as ready to train hard that day. So that's why we like to do those heavy sets of 1 before we jump to the final working set, so we have that indicator weight. Whatever this feels like is gonna tell us if this is a good idea. So again, make that adjustment based on your indicator set. You make your best guess, but this will tell you if your best guess is a good idea for that day. So this is just one example of how to work up to a heavy top set. Obviously your strength levels and the set and rep assignment is gonna impact exactly how this maps out. But again, if you sandwich it with an empty bar warm up, or in the case of a deadlift, maybe it's a 135 warm up, and what you think you can get for that heavy top set, you just gotta fill in the middle with logical weight jumps. Try to make your last warm-up jump to your working weight the smallest jump of all, and try to make that final warm-up set a set of 1 rep using it as an indicator set. I think if you take this approach and you practice it over and over, working up to a heavy top set will start to feel a lot more natural, and you'll be much more accurate with your weight selections as you go through the training process.